So, I think this is my 7th video, and I do believe I started this project 1 week ago today by going over and getting the little 125 Chinese four-wheeler off the junk pile. So I'm making pretty good progress, I think, for a week's work. Everything seems to be working out pretty good. I think I've got all my checks checked off on my checklist before I'm ready to take this motor out one more time, clean all the paint off, and starting to do some welding. I've got it, everything is sitting exactly how it needs to be right now. The chain, the sprockets all line up nice. The motor is right dead center in the middle of the frame. So it's going to work out good. And here we go. So I got it stripped down as far as I'm going to take it. And I went over everything one last time with some degreaser and a brush. Got all the grease and mud off the bottoms of everything, and everything cleaned up pretty good. Doesn't look as nice as it did with a coat of WD-40 on everything like I did with it right in the beginning. But all the residue from the degreaser, even after rinsing, it'll all come off because it's all getting painted, and I'll hit everything with acetone before I paint. So I really want to get this kind of stuff taken care of. It's starting to rust already. So yeah, we shall commence upon grinding and removing paint. Woohoo, we're flying. So I'm going to start with this bent frame. I set the other top frame member on top of here, and I can't line anything up nice and straight until this is taken care of. So this is going to be the first thing I do. So it's probably hard to see on the video, but I took out about a ½ inch out of that gap. I took more than I needed because I knew I was going to have to bend it past and it would spring back a little. I put a 8-foot 2x4 in here, pulled down and beat on it strategically with a hammer, and it just looks beautiful. Frame looks nice now, nice and straight. So I'll weld this back together, and it'll be like it never happened. Woohoo! Easiest way I know of to get the paint out of all the little nooks and crannies in a spot like this is with a Burnsmatic torch. I just burned the paint good. You know, you're not really getting the metal cherry red hot, but hot enough to burn all the paint. Now it'll just kind of flake off there with a wire brush. Clean everything up nice before welding it all back together. So with this little wire brush, I have completely cleaned the paint off of this spot where I'm going to weld. You can see up in all the little nooks and crannies, the paint is just totally gone. So I just got the paint to turn to ash with a torch and wire brushed it away. And I will not smell any paint fumes when I am welding, because if you're smelling paint fumes when you're welding, you're probably not doing a good weld. So between the two frames that I hacked apart, I've got a bunch of scrap that I want to clean up. I want to get the paint off so I can do some practice welding, and also use the pieces for fabrication. And this is how I will do it. Hey, there's an airplane in it, Jimmy. Leave it. Now, 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 now. So you can see, you don't need a huge fire. You know, just a nice little bed of coals. I'll put a couple of boards over these to get some flames going, and I'll just pick the pieces out of there. You know, sift through it every now and then, and when they're done, I'll yank them out. The fire's not hot enough to even get them cherry red. I don't even think I could melt an aluminum can in this fire. You don't want to get them all red hot. Not that it would probably hurt it, but yeah, just enough to turn the paint to an ash, and then it just wipes right off with your fingers. That saved me a lot of propane or elbow grease or both. Okay, so I'm clamped and ready to weld this together. I've got a piece of that heavy duty lug U inside the gap. I was left with about 1/8 of an inch gap, and I made this mock-up out of all that scrap I cleaned up earlier to get a little bit of welding practice and just make sure everything was going to go good with the welder. I've got a cheapy little welder, but it's basically the same kinds of frame parts that I'm going to be welding right here. So I'm pretty much clamped and ready to go. I'm not going to bother making videos of the welding I'm doing because first of all, I don't want to get sparks on my camera, and I got to get in, you know, at least this close to see what you're doing, for you to see what I'm doing. And I'm not making welding videos, so I'm just gonna get on with it and show you what I got when I'm done. That ain't never going nowhere. The other side will break first. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.